The yacht broker laughed and said, "Kid, you can't afford the brochure." I was 23 years old, standing on the dock in shorts and a tank top, flip-flops slapping against the wood. I'd just sold my second tech startup for $84 million and wanted to celebrate by buying something ridiculous. The marina was packed with gleaming white hulls and polished chrome, and I'd done my research. The 62-foot Sunseeker at the end of the dock was listed at $2.3 million, and I had the cashier's check in my backpack. The broker spotted me before I even reached his office. He was mid-50s, spray tan, gold watch, the whole caricature. He intercepted me like I was trespassing. "Can I help you?" His tone made it clear he didn't want to help me at all. I told him I was interested in the Sunseeker. He looked at my flip-flops, then back at my face, and actually snorted. "Kid, you can't afford the brochure. Those things cost $40. He waved toward the parking lot. "There's a kayak rental place about a mile down. More your speed." I asked if I could at least see the boat. He crossed his arms and leaned against the railing. "Look, I don't know if you're lost or just wasting my time, but I've got actual clients coming in 20 minutes. High net worth individuals. People who belong here." He pulled out his phone and started scrolling, dismissing me completely. I stood there for a second, genuinely stunned. I'd faced rejection before, pitched to investors who laughed me out of rooms, but this was different. This wasn't about my idea or my business plan. This was about my flip-flops. I asked for his card. He didn't even look up. "We don't give cards to tourists." Behind him, through the glass office door, I could see a woman watching us. She looked uncomfortable but didn't move. I walked away, not because he won, but because I had a better idea. I called my financial advisor from the parking lot and told him what happened. He laughed for about 30 seconds straight, then asked what I wanted to do about it. I told him to find out who owned the marina. 3 phone calls later, I had my answer. The marina was privately owned by a retired couple in Naples who'd been trying to sell for 2 years. The asking price was $4.8 million. I offered $5.2 million, all cash, 14-day close. They accepted before dinner. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't post about it. I just waited. 2 weeks later, I showed up at the marina again. Same shorts, same flip-flops, same tank top. The broker saw me coming and his face twisted with irritation. "I thought I told you to get lost." I smiled and kept walking toward the main office. He followed me, voice rising. "Hey, I'm talking to you. Security is going to escort you out if you don't leave right now." I pushed open the office door. The woman from before was at the front desk. She recognized me immediately and her eyes went wide. She'd been CC'd on all the sale paperwork. "Mr. Whitfield," she said, standing up quickly. "We weren't expecting you until tomorrow." The broker stopped, dead in his tracks. His spray tan couldn't hide how pale he'd just gone. I turned to face him slowly. "What was your name again?" He swallowed hard. Derek Lawson. "I've been head broker here for 8 years." I nodded. "Derek, I'm Nolan Whitfield. I bought this marina 12 days ago, which means I'm now your employer." His mouth opened, but nothing came out. The woman behind the desk was trying very hard not to smile. "I own 4 boats now," I continued, "including that Sunseeker you wouldn't let me look at. I bought it from the previous owner as part of the acquisition." Derek's hands were shaking. "Sir, I had no idea. You have to understand. We get people all the time who waste our brokers' hours. I was just protecting the business." I stepped closer. "You told me I couldn't afford a $40 brochure. You told me to go rent a kayak. You said I didn't belong here." His eyes were wet. "I have a daughter in college. Please, I'm sorry. I'll do anything." I gave him a choice. Resign today with a decent reference, or stay and spend the next 6 months personally greeting every single person who walks onto this dock, regardless of what they're wearing, with respect and enthusiasm. One complaint and he's gone. He chose to stay.